Hello, and welcome back. Regardless of what I do, or what time I get up, or how much sleep, I'm always yawning. And it's annoying. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Ooh. 240, 240. Vending, slang, or money. Because we got, what was it? Yeah, we already got a full set of 270. So I guess we'll take the money. Oh. And let's not forget the timer. The flames are spreading. We must need to begin our investigation immediately. Witnesses must be found. Suspects must be identified. Have you been able to determine the precise locations where the fires were set? Mayhap there is a pattern. If there is, we have yet to discern it. Fires have been reported throughout the city in both the pillars and the foundation. Indeed, given the size of the area affected, I thought it best to divide our forces. Master Afno and Mistress Yashtola, I would have you take charge of the investigation in Foundation. As you wish. Mayhap Tataru can be of assistance as well. Here, my mouth. When Edgar and me get to the pillars, and they like me up, and they'll like me up there. Only question is, will the grizzled old rogues strike a pose over there be joining us? Thank you to the signs of the seventh dawn, and may I say what a pleasure it is to meet you, my lady. I'll bet the name's Hilda Asane, and that I was thinking I found a fellow ruffian amongst all these illustrious patronage. I remain here and coordinate the fire-quenching efforts. If you are not of the value, pay for me. We continue to begin by sifting through charred rubble and questioning random passerby. In my experience, every town has at least one individual who can be counted on to know where he or she should not. The infamous Lord Emile de Font, lover of women and wine. Well, neither care for him that much. They can say he could cost a fish good. Just the sort of fellow I had in mind. Capital suggestion, Edgar. He'll be at the size of the most likely, and if it to be seen, so let's go and see him. Grizzled, I will accept, but old. Well, you do have white hair. At the Jewel Trissa, if I remember correctly, that's the shopping district. I'm not tone deaf, I'm just bad at singing. Oh, owner alt. Master Magic, I feel Emilian has once more strayed from the path. As has so often been the case, he renowned enthusiasm for martial training has given us to frustration and disinterest at the first sign of difficulty. Oh, if it isn't Edgar. Dearest of all my friends, you're looking rather glum. Something the master, old boy. Well, the town's on fire, if you haven't noticed. Ah, yes, the arsons. Dreadful business, that, and awful curious. What do you say? There doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to it at all. Naturally, we've doubled the guard outside the manor, along with most of the other houses. Can have the old pile going up in flames, after all. In case you were wondering why the Hopland is awash with refugees, the lower levels of the vaults have been opened to those unfortunate souls who have lost their homes. Sir Emmerich's orders, from what I hear, remarkable man. Not even a knife in the ribs can keep him from his duties. Actually, old boy, if you were looking for questioning the refugees, I should be more than happy to accompany you to the Hopland. While you conduct your inquiries, I could offer words of comfort to the distressed and departed young maidens. Wait a minute, I know what this is. You're giving me one of those looks, aren't you? You're doing me an injustice, old boy. I will have you know my heart yearns but for one rose, prickly though she may be. I sense you remain unconvinced. Very well, it will help to prove the purity of my intentions. I shall gracefully rescind my offer. Now run along and catch those arsonists. That was not entirely what I was hoping for. Whose idea was it to come here again? Never mind, for our next step I suggest we divide our forces. While you question the refugees in the Hopland, Edgar, I shall investigate the locations where the fires were set. Would you be so good as to join me, Hilda? Oh, you know what, I reckon I would. Can't have you roaming around in an unfamiliar set by your lonesome, can we? You only got to get robbed blind and left shivering in your smoke clothes. I wonder what happened to their old clothes anyway. You know they were found in the rubble, but were they ever returned? Were they burned? What? Crushing the Ishgardians. Why does it say 3 times and not just say 3 next to it? Come, my brothers and sisters, there's food and shelter enough for all in the Basilica. The Lord's blessing upon you, Father. I confess we were not sure if we should come. There are so many unbelievable tales these days about the Archbishop of St. Emmerich and the Giovannians. Trust in your heart, brother, and pay no heed in the lies of lesser men. They seek only to lead you astray. Do you require succor as well, sir? So the Temple Knights have begun their investigation at last. Good, this madness has gone on far too long. Or that I could do something to aid in your search. But I have a duty to these poor souls. Farewell, may the Fury guide your steps. Ah, small child. There was a man with a satchel. I saw him kneeling outside the window, and then there was smoke everywhere, and it was so hot I couldn't breathe. I don't remember how I made it out. I suppose I must have climbed. Maybe my arm is getting better after all. Goodbye, small child. This was one of the first homes to be claimed, but I don't see how the fire began. It was only when I heard our neighbors shouting that I looked outside and saw the flames. Maybe I escaped the clothes on her back. Were it not for the church's generosity, I don't know what we'd do. Wait a minute. Ah, screw it. We'll figure it out when we get there which direction we should go. We should have gone. Duck gazebo. Hey, wait a minute. When all else fails, the most direct answer shall prevail. Ah, there you are. Anything to share? We will require more than the muddled testimonies of a traumatized girl if we had to identify the culprits. While you were questioning the refugees, we inspected the scenes of several of the fires, including one near St. Ramirez Cathedral and another near the tribunal. For mercy, neither structure suffered significant damage. Some might say that they were spared by the grace of the fairies. Others might question how such ruthlessly efficient arsonists contrived to fail so miserably on 2 occasions where their targets were bastions of extra-guardian orthodoxy. Nothing conclusive, of course, but it does give one cause to wonder. Half of them would at least have an opinion. Back to the foundry! Back to the foundation, not the foundry! Oh, we're going back to the manufactorium! Back to the room. Was that, yeah, the proving grounds or whatever. I don't know what that place is. I've gone there before and it had something to do with chocobos, but there was nothing you could interact with. There might have been something for like chocobo fighting or training in there ago, but yeah. I've actually never cared enough to look it up. Every time I hear the snowball, I don't think of snowball being thrown. I think of armor. Oh, we've captured a captive, eh, we? Oh, did they try to run off with Tataru? You should have seen the way off. No tackled him. Silence will avail you not, sir. Edgar, I was just about to summon you. As you can see, we have detained a suspect. I found this man loitering near the remains of one of the stricken buildings, according to eyewitnesses. He was also presented before the fire broke out. He wished to have a word. He did not, so he insisted. Let me go, damn it. You got the wrong man. Not bad, but you reek of oil and those bones on your hands. An occupational hazard, I suppose. Don't tell me. Does arson pay well? I'm a victim, you imbecile. Look at me. Aye, that you are after a fashion. You should know that your pious patron has already sprung us a delightful yarn about how his pet mongrel slipped the leash and set about burning half the city to the ground. Not very noble of him, I grant you, but then these high-bone types really do show loyalty to their pets. In fact, he called you a rabbit and begged us to put you down. That's bollocks. He's the one who told me to keep going. Even a sinner such as me could find sufficient of the Fury's works, he said. I left it behind, tried to, with all my heart. Said my prayers every day like a good man, but he came to me. He came to me. And there you have it, Hilda. Would you be so kind as to escort our friend here to the conscript? So long as you don't mind if he's limping when he gets there. It's incredible, Thancred, but how did you know he would confess? Well, I have seen him I've seen his like before. A troubled soul manipulated by men of power and wielded as a weapon. I could not be certain, of course, but given the stakes, I thought it was worth the risk. And if our captive had called your bluff, must we entertain hypotheticals? The world, as it is vexing enough. Thank you, Thancred. Whether by luck or judgment, we have at last confirmed that these arsons were stretched by a person or persons of influence. I think it's best that we now return to the Congregation and discuss how best to proceed. That's a wall. That's not the stairs, that's a wall. Kai told me to report. I'm not gonna be doing that quest. You know, I would be tempted to. I don't want to sit there in a queue. On behalf of the Holy See of Fish God, I thank you all. The man who apprehended is being interrogated as we speak. Though he fell silent upon realizing that he was not we had not turned his master. He will soon tell us what he knows, one way or another. Plotting an intrusion, First Commander. Arthur, are you come to see your father? He's attending Sir Emmerich in his chambers at present. I am. He bid me bring this salve. Do not let me detain you. Thank you for your kindness, my lord. In times of trouble, every man must do his part. Would that I could do more. My lord Arthur did not seem to be in the best of spirits. Just little wonder, myself, no, his father is widely slandered, and his half-brother not yet cold in the grave. But Ed, you're getting paid. More money. More money, more problems. I forgot. Is my weapon also the... Yep, augmented Shire Glaives. When did we lose durability? Does full damage reduce durability?
I do not mean to diminish our accomplishments, but until we identify the ones who ordered the fires set, our work is far from finished.
Between the various conservative and religious factions in Ishgard, I dare say there's no shortage of parties who would like to see the status quo preserved. Do any likely suspects spring to mind?
Far too many to count.
Lord Commander, your wounds.
Are healing well. Thank you. Time is of the essence. Lest we forget, these men would sooner put their own city to the torch than see it change. When our enemies learn that we have apprehended their arsonist, there is no telling how they will react.
Lord Commander, an armed mob has seized control of the vault.
And now we know. Tell us what happened, sir. Spare no detail.
We were directing refugees into the Basilica, as you ordered, when all of a sudden, men brandishing weapons were all around us. It happened so fast, my lord. We had no time to respond. They've taken the refugees hostage and barricaded themselves inside the vault.
And they sent you to deliver their demands.
They, the true brothers of the faith, demand that a conclave to select the next archbishop be held forthwith. Furthermore, they declare that you, Lord Commander, are guilty of patricide and high treason, and that you must surrender yourself at once to receive of the Fury's judgment.
But you didn't kill our bishop.
Ridiculous! I mean, do they honestly think that executing Sir Emmerich would change anything? That the truth will somehow die with him?
These fundamentalists rage against the passing of the old ways, unable to accept there can be no going back.
Given the fanciful nature of their demands, a peaceful resolution does not seem likely. If the hostages are to be rescued, it will be by force, I fear.
Agreed. Lucia, take a contingent of knights and establish a perimeter outside the entrance.
At once, Lord Commander.
Hilda, I need your people out in force throughout the Broom. When word spreads of the situation, the friends and family of the hostages may try to take matters into their own hands. I will not give these militants more targets. I shall lead the assault on the vault. Master Alphino, can I count on the support of the Scions?
Of course.
Naughty must really hurt for Edgar.
We are in your debt.
I shall join you as well, Lord Commander.
Your assistance is most welcome, Lord Atwarel. To arms then, friends. Time is against us.
Through the vaults, one more. That's not the vault, that is... Because I thought the vault... Yeah, the vault's up here. Oh. This isn't a dungeon. Not concerned with my safety, lest you forget I am a knight. Ready when you are, Edgar. Like old times, eh? Concentrate on freeing the hostage. I will tend to the wounds. Listen well, we will enter the Basilica certainly via this gate. According to our latest reports, there are at least 6 hostages being held within. The numbers and readiness of the true brothers of the faith are unknown. I am told one claimed to have served under Thordan the Seventh. Might the same be true of the rest? Given the swiftness of which they seized control of the vault, I think it's highly likely. Yes, which means that they may well possess the knowledge required to turn the building's defenses against us. Be that as it may, we have no choice but to press on. Lord Atariel, you are a brave man and true. None would dare question your honor if you chose to not risk your life in this endeavor. Are you certainly wish to join? Okay. Just wanted to check the recording one last time. I am no stranger to battle, Sir Emmerich. My arm will not falter, my shield will not break. Alone, as my witness, we will bring these fanatics to justice. Well said, my lord. Friends, follow me. By the power of the Cursord. Secure the hostage. My
Down
answer.
with you!
Who healed? I don't think Alphino was in range, but... Okay. Oh. Cutscene. So now lay down your arms, release the hostage, and you will be shown mercy. I give you my word. Now the words of a heretic and a kinslayer, I would sooner trust a dragon. Activate the knights. We shall show the hostages the same mercy he showed the archbishop. Unlike you, Sir Rick, I am a man of honor. By my hand you shall receive of the furious judgment. So be a trial, then, Lord Eterl, at your leave us and save the hostages. I will deal with Sir Summonord. Okay. For a second there, I was like, oh, do I get to play Sir Emmerich? That's one knight down, but where's the other? Oh. Okay, that's both knights on the chessboard dealt with. Oh. I almost completely forgot to save the hostages, you know. I see no others going to help. It says there's still one more refugee to help.
not yield!
Of course, I always get him wrong. When I want to use the AoE, I use the single targeting, and when I want to use the single targeting, I use the AoE. Oh, we found half the children. Oh. Too slow.
Where is he? Where is he?
Come no closer!
Edgar, throw chakra!
You have nowhere to run. Release the girl and surrender.
Surrender to whom? The blasphemer who throws wide the gates to our enemy? Who breaks bread with him and calls him brother? Ungodly swine! I would sooner die than surrender to you.
Is it godly to spill the blood of an innocent child? To burn the homes of your brothers? Tell me, priest, is that godly?
Do not speak to me of godliness, heathen! Your father's blood is on your hands, as is hers!
What? But I...
Maybe roaring isn't the best idea there.
Vidofne!
Well met, knight. Mayhap I chose an inopportune moment.
Not at all. Pray forgive us this most unworthy reception. We are honored to have you with us, and right glad of your aid.
Fortune delivered the child unto me. I had but to receive her.
Thank you for saving me.
Thou art welcome, child.
Now we throw the priest off the edge. Let's see who catches him. Can we throw him into the Sea of Clouds?
never did I think to be indebted to so unexpected a savior. But full glad am I to be so.
Friend of Izel, warrior of warriors, I had hoped to meet with thee. I bear a message from my sire.
From Gracefelder.
Upon returning to our lands, Nidhogg's shade did sing unto his brood, and they for skies unknown did then take wing. This thou must know, for your fates are inextricably bound.
What of Estinian? Is he truly lost to us?
Have we tried shock therapy?
Such matters are beyond my ken. I but bear my father's words. Take from them what thou wilt. Fare you well, mortals.
So it is as they say then. A great white dragon swooped down from the heavens to rescue an innocent child.
Wow, word gets by quick. Considering that just happened right outside your door.
A most unexpected turn of events, but not an unwelcome one. The people will not soon forget this day.
I'll technically right down the street from you.
Yet how will they choose to remember it, Sir Emmerich? And will these events serve to bring man and dragon closer together, or drive a deeper wedge between brothers?
Yes.
After 1,000 years, the world these men once knew is changing, and with ungentle swiftness to boot. Though their actions are misguided, their sentiments are only to be expected. You may be sure that others will rally to their cause. I share your desire for lasting peace with the Tavanians, I do. But I would not see it built on the bones of our countrymen, nor on our own. I see much of horsifying you, and I could not bear to mourn the passing of another son.
Lord Edmund.
There's always a bird in the sky. Oh, that was timely. Vofnio has been circling for hours. Must have been circling for hours. Those four fat me appear. I contemplated teleporting the girl. Next thought that I did not. This has been a day of surprises, has it not? 'Tis but a pity Vofnir cannot stay longer. Yes, I think it's fair to say that she timed her departure rather less well than her arrival. Well, time scarcely does it justice. But 1 moment later would have been a moment too late. Let us pray that the Ashgarnians, who just harbored doubts, will take these events to heart and accept the truth of Sir Emmerich's words. Well, this only means that I inform Tatara of what has occurred here, If you have need of me, I shall be at Fort Holmes Manor. Allow me to accompany you. Tara will never forgive me if I left for the Rising Stones without saying goodbye. A moment ago, I wish you would. Tell me, does Thancred sing quite well to you? He held his own foot. He got on well enough with Hilda. I'm not sure how to put it in words, but... well, he does look like he's missing an eye. Seasons 2. Subtle change. Imperceptible to most. I myself did not notice it at first, but upon closer examination I saw that his etheric flow has been inevitably disrupted. As a result, I strongly suspect that his ability to manipulate ether has been compromised. Simply put, Thancred may no longer be able to wield magics. It would do so much to explain why he's chosen to remain with the wilderness instead of seeking us out. He would have been compelled to rely solely on traditional methods of travel, significantly prolonging his journey, and when least that a beast tribe was making preparation to summon a primal, it may have seemed more sensible to wait. But this is still little more than a spectacle. Till I have proof, pray speak no word of it. Right then, I should be on my way. Krell may have charmed Master Matoyo for now, but who can say for how long it will last? Gotta get to the Fort Holmes Manor. Ishla just arrives. Master Matoyo somehow has Krell doing all the housework instead of the brooms. Gotta pay out for use for the crystal. It's not toll free. Hello?
That Vidofnir should chance to arrive even as the girl fell. Truly, I could not have planned it better myself.
Ah, good. We were afraid you might have left.
A shield, my lord?
For Bastion.
For a true knight. An expression of our gratitude to you and yours. Long overdue.
Foos must equip shield.
But there is something else I would discuss ere you part. Something which cannot leave this room. My father will soon step down as head of our house. Sir Emmerich was not the only one to fall under suspicion following the death of the Archbishop. There are some who believe my father complicit in a coup d'etat. Thus he intends to renounce his title to absolve our house of suspicion and secure the support of our peers.
Doubt that'll work.
Surely there must be another way to convince houses Durandare and Zamail.
So I said to him. Alas, he will not budge.
Oh, he probably also wants to step down because he's not in the best place right now.
Ever since I was a child, I knew that I would one day succeed my father. The thought of it filled me with pride. Yet once I learned the day was at hand, my heart was filled with naught but dread. Our legacy is built upon the lies of our forefathers. In accepting this title, am I not perpetuating this injustice? Why should I become the next count?
I know you want your brother to do that.
You sound just like him. Aye, I suspect that is what Horschiffon would have said. To aid those in need. When you look on that shield, I trust you will remember his words. And should I once more find my resolve wavering, I ask that you show me the way.
Shield bash to the face.
You were a brother to Horschiffon. Will you be a brother to me as well? Come, Manalaine. There's much to be done. For Father, and for Sir Emmerich, and for Ishgard. To think we share the same blood. Pray excuse us.
Those were the days of promises and vows, of tentative first steps into an uncertain future. A future shaped by the choices we made, in ways we could never have foreseen. Born of good and evil, of light and darkness, and shepherded by our hand. Be it for weal, or be it for woe.
Remember his accountability font. Heaven's sword, as goes light, so goes darkness. We get the money, we get the harsher font, and we get a shield to bash people with. Not a bad episode overall. This is thy proof, the Gorim Oracle's Apocrypha. It's been truth long forgotten. A tale of beginning and of the path we have been set upon. Our fates were ordained long ago, Hakon. The Guardians are no exception, nor the Triad. You know what must be done. Oh, I gotta go back to Little Amigo. What? Everyone has their orders. The max will attack as soon as all units are in position. The Imperials won't know what hit them. Our affair will be bloody. By Roger, it had better be. We cannot stay here forever, Yida. We have other responsibilities. I know full well what my responsibilities are, and I mean to fulfill them, every one. So it goes. Wind up Husher Font. And shield to go in the saddlebag. And we'll call it an episode there. See you all in the next.